How we looking? How we looking? YouTube status good. Good morning, YouTube world, live from the quarantine zone here in sunny eastern New Mexico. I thought I'd have a little bit of fun with that this morning. How's everybody doing this morning? It is a beautiful, beautiful day. It is sunny outside. It's about 45 degrees. And I appreciate everybody taking their time out to stop in and see me this morning. Good morning, Mandy. How are you this morning? I see Kiri stopped by, said she's got to go to town. Good morning, Emma. How are you this morning? I couldn't resist, y'all. I had to have a little bit of fun this morning, break up some of the monotony, you know. I mean, too much craziness going on out there in the world. We need some fun, right? So how's everybody doing this morning? I hope everybody's having a good day. I know it's a little early in some places, and it's a little later in others, so you may already have started your day. But me, I'm usually up pretty early, so. Good morning, Lauren. How are you this morning? But it's a good day. As I said, it's a beautiful morning here in eastern New Mexico. It's a little breezy this morning, but hey, good morning, Rachel. How are you this morning? But yeah, I decided to have a little fun and enjoy life, and took about a week and a half off of posting videos, but I got one up last night. I sat down for the last 3 or 4 days and edited a whole bunch of them, so I'll have some more coming out. It's got a little crazy around here, people getting kind of dumb, so we decided to kind of play it safe and stick around home and not do a whole lot, but amen to that. Amen to that, Mandy. Every day on this side of the dirt is a good day. Well, till some jackwagon screws it up for you, but until then. But it is a good day. It is a good day. I can't wait to get out in the garden this morning. Like I said, it's yeah, exactly, Mandy, exactly. I was getting a little burned out. Needed to take some time for the family and to refocus, and now that we're back on track, I can get rolling again. I was still videoing here and there. I just wasn't doing a lot of editing and stuff like that. So, but I did get the cat tree completed, and I got the chicken tractor completed, and I got the garden about half planted. I got beans and peas and stuff like that coming up already. I got my corn planted and my eggplants planted, my squash. Today we're probably going to be transplanting a bunch of peppers. They're all hardened off and ready to go. Hey, good morning, Chris and Tara. How are you this morning? And we'll get those going this morning and get those in the ground. Probably get the maters in the ground. They're all getting pretty decent looking. So unfortunately, I think I haven't transplanted them enough. They're still a little leggy, but I'll just sink them a little deeper in the ground. It's all good. That's the one nice thing about tomato plants is they'll sprout roots from anywhere. If it touches the ground, it's sprouting roots. So it's all good. Oh crap, Lauren planted the whole garden and then it frosted. Oh jeez. Yeah, I know how that goes. I've done that before myself. So potatoes and sweet potatoes. Yep. Yeah, I've got I've got some sweet potatoes going in, just some a few slips going into a raised bed, and then I got to get some of my herbs planted since it's finally starting to warm up pretty decent during the day. I mean, we've had 90s already, so um, we'll stick those in there and get them planted, and hopefully get them popping up here shortly. But my flower bed, my other little flower and herb garden, so far it's not looking real good, but hopefully I can get it to perk up too. But the front yard's looking good. The gladiolas are popping up real nice. I've got bachelor button volunteers all over the place from last year. I've got a bunch of Sweet Williams popping up all over the place. So I'm looking forward to a good grow season. So I'm hoping. Mandy, no, you don't wish. You don't wish 90s. I'm out there on that weed barrier, and when it starts getting above 80, it's hot out there. Because not only do you have it hitting you from above, you got it coming up from the ground. So it's the only downfall about weed barrier. But I am here to tell you, when it comes to keeping the goat heads and the Bermuda grass under control, is definitely the way to go. Because otherwise my garden would be full of goat heads and Bermuda grass, and I wouldn't get any plants growing. So see, Lauren wishes she'd waited. I wished I'd have started earlier. But I had the misfortune of, I ordered some weed barrier from Amazon, and I was being patient because it was exactly what I wanted. It was 6 feet wide, and then it didn't come in the week it was supposed to come in. So I put in an email to them, and oh, well, it should be out next week. Well, the next week happened, it still wasn't in. And the third week they canceled my order. So that third week I had to place another order for weed barrier, and that took a week to get here. And it's only 4 foot wide. Granted, the 4 foot wide stuff is doing the trick. I fell a little bit short because it was only a 250 foot roll, whereas the 6 footer was a 300 foot roll. So I'm a little short, but I may just run up to Wally World or to Lowe's and pick up a short chunk and finish it out, so I don't have to deal with the weeds in that section either. But otherwise I should be good to go. I mean, what the heck? I don't mind dealing with a couple of weeds, especially since where I ran out is a 36-inch wide row that I had planned on planting vining stuff. So like my spaghetti squash and my cantaloupe and my watermelons, and so I'm gonna put all those over on that side against the fence. So, because I don't care if they run under the fence. So if they run under the fence, bonus for me. Extra garden space, right? So, but so far my fence has worked like a charm to keep the neighborhood cats out. My chicken tractor has kept my little peepers safe. So they've been out there for about, I guess about a week now. I think I put them out there Monday night, or Monday. And so the neighborhood cats can't get to them. I used 1/2-inch hardware cloth. So, and I wrapped it all the way around. So, and partially down, probably 1/2, 3/4 of an inch down below the base. So there's no way they can get to them, which I'm very glad. So, you got some herbs growing, Mandy says. Well, yeah, a little bit of heat, right, Mandy? Just a little bit. 70s would be good. Chris Terra filling up the raised beds with some dirt and tilling the other side and putting weed barrier down. There you go. There you go. Planted your herbs, Em planted her herbs a few days ago. Awesome. So, yep. I mean, like I said, I'm just waiting on a couple of things, and then getting some stuff in the ground. So I'm very much looking forward to transplanting peppers and stuff like that today. I'll be glad to get all of that stuff in the ground and growing like crazy. Matt picked up some lumber so you can work on your coop and the chicken tractor. Outstanding. Oh, that is awesome, Emma. Cool. Getting some meat birds. Man, I wish. But the biggest reason I did a chicken tractor instead of a coop is because we're on this little bitty 80 by 100 lot. And, well, it might not even be 80. But it's a city lot. And I figured with the chicken tractor, I can move them all around my yard and one spot won't get barren, and that'll keep them happier. So, and since I've only got 7 of them, you know, it'll keep them happy. Happy chickens make laying chickens, right? And I got nothing but Americanas. I like the colored eggs, so I just think it's cool. It's a little different, you know, something fun. Takes me back to my childhood. I had Aracanas. I had golden Aracanas and Pharaoh Aracanas when I was a kid, and I raised them for show and stuff like that. So, but also for eggs. So we had at the time we probably had. I want to say at one time we had probably 60, but I think that was the most we had. Most of the time we carried somewhere between 12 and 20, somewhere right in there. But Aracanas or Americanas are, you can count on them to be a every other day layer, but they lay about 250 eggs a year. So, you know, which isn't like an outstanding egg producer, but I figure I only eat 3 eggs a day, so 7 hens should be about perfect. Although I have a couple that are questionable. So, but if they end up being roosters, they'll just go to freezer camp. No big deal. Free meat, right? Then I'll have to get a couple more little peepers to put out there. But Emma says she had 3 goals this year. Meat birds, perennial herb garden, and flowers for bees. There you go. There you go. I am a firm believer in flowers for bees. So, especially with the new scare murder hornets. The big European hornet apparently has found its way into the Pacific Northwest. So we shall see, you know. I don't know. I don't know if it's just they've seen a couple or if they found a hive or what's going on, but it's been in the news a little bit, and they are some bee killing fools, those things are. And they are extremely dangerous due to their size. They pump out a lot of venom, and they have about a 5.4 millimeter stinger. I just learned this the other day, compared to the Texas mahogany wasp that only has like a 3.2 millimeter stinger. So that means that even if you're wearing a standard wetsuit, you're still going to get stung. So these things are kind of vicious. So let's hope they don't find their way down here. We got enough problems with killer bees. We don't need murder hornets. So, but exactly, Emma, exactly. Nervous but excited to take more control of your food. That is, I could not have put that any better. I have wanted to do this since I was a kid, to get back into the lifestyle of raising as much of my own food as I possibly can. last year, I would have to say that we raised probably 60% of our own vegetables, maybe 70%, which was awesome because we still had a bunch in the freezer and in storage. So, but this year the goal is even higher. So of course the garden is even bigger. I planted lots of beans and peas to put away. Hey, good morning, Dee. How are you this morning? And lots of peas and beans so I could put them away. Lots of acorn squash. Spaghetti squash is going in today. Butternut squash. I like to plant. I planted some broccoli early, but unfortunately I planted it a little too early, and it didn't survive the teens frost that we got. So no broccoli. So I'll have to wait until fall to plant that. So, but I don't eat a lot of broccoli. My 13-year-old daughter loves broccoli. I'm a cauliflower guy, but unfortunately that took the same hit as the broccoli did. So, Robertson's Belly Acres, good morning. How are you this morning? So, it has been a little up and down with the weather lately. Typical springtime stuff. Today, I don't even know what the high today is supposed to be. I actually haven't looked. So, according to my Tattletale, Noah the weather app, today it is supposed to be 76. Tomorrow 74. Oh, rain. Hey, I like that. Sunday night, 30% chance of rain. Monday, 60% chance of rain. Oh, I'm definitely getting some stuff in the ground. Man, they love that rain. Yeah, D, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I am blessed that we have no more frosts coming. So, I have gotten a bunch of stuff in the ground already and a bunch more going in today and tomorrow. I might even plant some extras, especially since it's supposed to rain. So, because everybody knows rain makes your garden grow better. Lots better than any city water ever could. Tony and Shelley, good morning. How are you this morning? Hey, Chris from White North Forge. How are you this morning? So, hey, yeah, it's fun. We're enjoying it. I honestly think that I am enjoying this lockdown more than anybody else is. I'm having a ball being at home. I can get all kinds of projects done. I can go out and tinker in my garage. I can watch YouTube videos. But like I said, I took that time off. We're back in the swing of things now, so it's all good. But just had to breathe, get everything calmed down and relaxed. So the kids have like 12 school days left, I think. So I'm looking forward to not having to get up in the morning and make sure that they have everything ready for school, because they are doing online schooling, which is cool. I mean, they're enjoying it. It makes them being able to get their work done. To me, it seems easier. Exactly. Emma just said it. Good morning, Tina. How are you this morning? Said they're really enjoying working from home. Work is still busy, but being home with the kiddos. um, they're getting better. They were, when this whole thing first started, they were just like right under your feet, you know, or hiding out in the bedroom because they didn't know what to do. So now that they're doing the extension learning and getting back on track, just like we had to get back on track. They're wanting to come outside more. They're enjoying a little bit more of being at home and being able to do the things that they would like to do as well. I've had Maddie out in the garden several times with me. She is just having a blast out there. So she loves planting. When we planted all those peas and beans, she planted a ton of them. So she was just having a great time. So I'll probably get her out there today with me for a little while, at least this morning before it starts getting warm. She doesn't like it when it gets too hot out there on that weed barrier. So, well, that, and you can't really kneel down on it too much because you burn your knees. Hey, Arkansas Woodcutter. Good morning. How are you this morning? So we are enjoying the kids being home on one hand. On the other hand, it has definitely increased the grocery budget because let's face it, out of everybody, kids do so much bored eating. I'm bored. So they go get something to eat. So both of my kids have learned, the ones here at the house, my older ones learned the lesson too, but have learned, you don't say I'm bored around Dad, because Dad will find something for you to do. I will definitely find something for you to do. Talk to your boss, working remotely through May. There you go. I'm going to figure out June later. Yeah. We are doing 1 week on, and we were doing 1 week on and 3 weeks off, but now they have changed our schedule again, and now we are doing 1 week on and 2 weeks off. So, and that's fine. I mean, I'm good with that either way. So, it just I think what they were trying to do was, there's only 3 of us guys in the shop. And so they were trying to make sure that that one of us was there at all times. So, and like I said, I'm good with that. I'm happy to still be able to go into work. I like my job. I know sometimes I have complained about it in the past, but I do enjoy what I do. So, and working out there at the base, I guess keeps me close to similarly like-minded people because of my military career. So that keeps me close on that side, and then staying in touch with all of you guys keeps me grounded in my homesteading roots as well. So I like that. I kind of get the best of both worlds. So that's kind of awesome. That was the one thing that I truly missed when I retired, was the camaraderie. I missed seeing the guys and gals. I missed seeing all the people that I worked with, and so that hurt for a little while, you know. We all get to those places where we can't think of doing anything else, and my whole career was the military until suddenly it wasn't. So it was like flipping a switch, and I wasn't ready to flip that switch. I was more of, let's turn down the dimmer a little bit, you know. let's put a twilight on this career. Let's not just turn it off. So, but I'm doing good now. Everybody's good. So it was during that period right after I retired, actually, that I met my current wife. So, my wife Brittany is amazing. She has brought joy into my life and a little bit of craziness, but is definitely what I needed. So I'm glad that we complement each other, and I think that's important in any relationship. So whether it be professional or personal. So, but anyway, I'm off my soapbox. Dee says their staff is working alternating weeks until further notice. Exactly, and that's kind of why we went on the schedule that we went on, doing the 1 on and 3 off. We initially did the 1 on and 2 off, and then they switched it to 1 on and 3 off, and now they're switching it back to 1 on and 2 off. And their whole thinking process behind it was, well, if you came in contact with COVID while you were at work for that week, you've got that 14-day period to start to show signs and let us know whether or not you can't come to work the following week. So, but whatever. Exactly, Dee, exactly. The camaraderie, all of you guys have, I mean, I've gotten emails and texts and messages. Hey, are you okay? Everything going okay? You haven't posted anything for a while. I haven't seen you on Facebook, and and yeah, everything's good. Just taking that well-needed breather. So, and now we're back into it. So which I'm real glad of. I think personally, I was pushing myself too hard. I think that I was forcing stuff to get done. And let's face it, we all know that when you force stuff, it doesn't create good content. So I tried to relax and tried all kinds of things. And then finally, I just decided, okay, I got to take a break. So that's that. But it's all good. We're doing good. Sun is shining. It's a beautiful day to be on God's green earth. So while it's not quite as green here as it is in other places, since I do live in the high desert. Recipes with a lot of eggs. Oh, yeah. Scrambled eggs, fried eggs, poached eggs. Oh. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Fried egg sandwiches. I do a lot of eggs. We use a lot of eggs. I think we go through about 5 dozen eggs in 2.5, 3 weeks. So I eat a lot of eggs. I admit I eat 3 eggs every day for breakfast. So so I mean that's one way to do it, Tina. Drop them in what was it? It works too, because I tried it. I only tried it with 6, but it worked. Drop them in crack them open and drop them in a cupcake tray and freeze them whole. And then just throw them in a plastic bag, and when you need a couple, take a few out and toss them in a bowl and let them thaw out. Good to go. So you could dehydrate them like Brett did. That was actually pretty cool to see him dehydrate those eggs. That was kind of fun. So I think you're right, Shelley. This is definitely God telling us all that we need to slow down and get grounded and remember what it was that we all started this for. But so, and you guys go through about 7. That's it? 7 eggs for 4 of you? That's all? Come on now. Let's see. My wife, my 13-year-old. For some reason, my 6-year-old ain't eating eggs right now, but we'll figure that out later. There's a lot of things she doesn't want to eat right now. Sometimes I'll even have a fried egg sandwich for lunch. But so on average, just the 3 of us, we're going through 7 eggs for breakfast. That's if we decide to not have any later in the day. Like I said, we love eggs. So, 2 dozen duck eggs. Yeah, that's for baking. Start baking. Come on, Emma, bake some cakes. Bake cakes and cupcakes and throw them bad boys in the freezer. Muffins. I'm here to tell you, your family will absolutely love you. That's what I do with them. I just start baking muffins, throw them in the freezer. Whenever you want them, pull them out. So I used to do that all the time. Bake muffins and throw them in the freezer. Muffins and cupcakes and just throw them in the freezer. We do the same thing, Tina. When I make breakfast, we definitely eat more eggs because I love eggs. But yeah, I'm telling you, just freeze them bad boys. It works. Or like I said, you got duck eggs. I mean, duck and goose eggs are fantastic for baking. They'll help stuff rise better. I don't know what it is in them, but it helps them. It helps them rise even better. See, there you go. Get your oldest in the kitchen. Get them baking. So, see, you guys have all got eggs, and I'm having to go buy eggs. There's something wrong with this picture. We all need to move closer together. You know, I'm working on it. What do we got? 6.5 more years? Oh yeah, breakfast burritos. Freeze them for the week and go. Heck yeah. That's another good one. I've done that too. Used to make breakfast burritos for the whole week and then just throw them I threw them in the fridge, but I put them in the fridge. When I was a heavy equipment operator, I would make breakfast burritos for the week, and we worked 6 days a week, and I'd put them in the fridge, and then every day toss 2 of them in my lunchbox. I wrapped them in tinfoil. Because I was a heavy equipment operator. So about 20 minutes before break time, I'd take them out and throw them up on the manifold of my piece of equipment, and then at break time they were always nice and warm. Manifold meals. Gotta love manifold meals. Well, Emma, that's kind of my goal. I'd like to get to the point where I could sell some eggs, but right now I'm super interested in just making sure we don't have to buy them. I mean, the prices on them are just ridiculous buying them at the market, and that's just, I'd much rather buy fresh. I'll pay the extra price for fresh. You know, it's well worth it to me. There is a guy that I do buy eggs from occasionally. That's it. Good old engine cooking. That I do buy eggs from occasionally when I happen to see him or when I can catch him, and that's always good. So, but I would like to get to a point where we don't have to buy them. So that's the goal anyway. I mean, isn't that all of our goals, to become as self-sufficient as possible and self-reliant as possible? Now, on that note, I'm a firm believer that it is impossible. No, I shouldn't say that, because I don't believe anything's impossible. One of my favorite sayings and I don't remember where it came from, but it's from years ago, is nothing is impossible. Impossible is nothing. So on that note, it is highly unlikely that we can become 100% self-sufficient. Hold on. Here's the reason why. I am a firm believer that we were all put here for a reason. We all have strengths and weaknesses. God gave us different attributes so that we can help each other out. Now, we may not be able to become 100% self-sufficient, but with a little bit of our fellow homesteaders' help, we can all become self-sufficient. That's the goal. That's the goal. Community. I mean, let's face it, community. And once if we all put our heads together and get together, there's nothing we can't do, because impossible's nothing. You know? I mean, and so we all have those different attributes. We all have those different strengths and weaknesses. And God gave us those for a reason, to help our fellow man, to help our fellow human beings. So, and I'm a true believer in that. I think that one of the big reasons that I enjoy this community so much is because we do help each other out. Hopefully y'all have learned as much from me as I have from y'all. I have found tons of stuff that that I've learned from you guys. And I get new ideas every day from watching y'all's channels, and I go, ooh, hey, yeah, that'd probably work on this. And it may not even be the same application, but you know, it might be, but it might not be. Exactly right. We can become self-sufficient, but we can't do it alone. Emma said we still need the community. Robertson say totally agree. It takes a village to raise kids and to take care of each other. Exactly. So and that's why I love, one of the reasons why I love this community so much is that we do help each other, you know. And on that, I'd like to say thank you to all those people that sent me messages and stuff like that, checking up on me. Hey, you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. It's all good. So, I'm running out of stuff to say this morning. I didn't think that was possible. I do kind of tend to like to ramble. As my pop says, I'm a storyteller. So, but anyway, you know, like I said, it's a good day. Friends, coffee, chat, it's all good. Exactly, D. Exactly. Watch 15 videos on the same topic just to learn 15 different ways of doing things. Exactly. I know I started, I'm trying to think way back, several years back, and I was watching Justin Rhodes, and I still watch Justin, but I also watch Danelle at Weedham and Reap, and I've been watching them for quite a while too. But some of the content's funny that you look back, and especially Justin, because Justin just has so much content out there. And I bet he has built 15 different versions of chicken tractors over the years. And I must have taken every one of those into account And I know you all have built chicken tractors, and I've looked at those. And I have taken so many different types of chicken tractors into account. And before I built mine, and I did build one that sits on the ground. I have made it so that when I get wheels, I can put some wheels on the back of it. I have decided to go with the lawnmower style raising wheels so that I can just kind of raise them up a little bit. But my wire sits right down below the edge. Everything, I will tell you, and you'll find out in the video, because that'll probably come out this next week. Maybe the week after. I don't know. I gotta see where I'm at. But everything I used was scrap material, aside from I had to buy 2 2x4s, and I bought the wire that went around it, and I bought screws to put it together. Other than that, everything else that I used was recycled. All the wood that I had was from pallets that I had disassembled. The metal that I used for the top and the sides is scrap from a project that my neighbor had. So everything there is scrap. So and has been recycled. So I have, like I said, I must have watched 100 different videos. The only thing that I did different is that most people's chicken tractors are only about 2 feet high. Now, that's because their chickens are either free ranging, or they're meat birds, or something like that for their chicken tractors. Whereas mine are going to stay in that. So that is their coop. And good morning, Lisa Lee. How are you this morning? And so mine is 3 feet tall. And I made it 3 feet tall because sometime in the next 4 or 5 months, I'll be adding nest boxes to it. So I'll probably put 3 nest boxes along the back side, or on the front side. I'm not sure yet. Or maybe just the side. Anyway, I'm going to put probably 3 nest boxes in there, and then the chickens will have a place to lay. They'll have a place to sleep. They'll have a place to, be safe. So, and the biggest reason why I did like I said, the chicken tractor was because I didn't want it stationary in my yard. I'm kind of doing this on the sly. I don't think I'm supposed to have chickens. And if I do, they're supposed to be 100 feet or more from anyone's dwelling. So, and since our lots are only 80 feet wide, that makes it really tough. So with the chicken tractor, I can move it all around the yard, and no one's the wiser, right? So scoot up a little bit here so I can see some of my comments. I watch Jason and Al as well. They give me some great ideas too. Jason, I actually emailed Jason when he was doing his pig port. So, see, there you go, Mandy. Honestly, the chicken tractors are super easy. I wish I'd had more 4x4s instead of having to use 2x4s. So it's not as strong as I wanted it to be, let's put it that way. But the whole base is 2x6s, so it is heavy. So the wind's not going to pick it up and tip it over. No critters are going to be able to lift it up and tip it over. So, yeah, I've like I said, I've watched so many different. Yeah, Carrie says I can't do chicken tractors. Too many boulders. Yeah, I bet there is down there. So it's super easy to do. I'm glad that I did it, the chicken tractor. I know some of them are huge. Some of them are more like movable coops than tractors. Um, but I really like the tractor design. I like its usability. Um, Granted, if I had the choice, I'd just throw up some Premier One and let them roam the whole property, you know. Um, but exactly, D. Exactly. Mind your own business and leave me be. I've got a walking lawnmower. See, now that's what I'd like to say if I got a goat. Leave me be. This is my lawnmower. Oh, yep. I got to. Got to go to work. All right, y'all take care, Robertsons. Stay safe out there, and we'll talk at you later. But yeah, I would love to have goats, chickens, ducks. You know, I'd love to have some little bacon seeds running around. Uh, hey, wicked chickens. Good morning. How are you this morning? You have a goat named Lawnmower. There you go. I raised sheep mostly when I was a kid, lambs, and we named them all kinds of stuff. Lamb chop, Racco, you know, uh, mint, since I was going to put mint jelly on them, you know, all kinds of fun stuff. Therapy food. Lisa, that's a great one. Therapy food. Yeah. Can't you just see me going to Wally World with a goat on a leash? Oh, that would be outstanding. That would be outstanding. Or even better, a pig on a leash. Oh, man. That would be outstanding. Yeah, I got to go do the same thing. I got to go brave Wally World today, too. I got to take some stuff back for my wife. We'll all have goats and no gas-powered mowers. Yeah, I hear you. You know, I wouldn't mind that. I'd rather have goats than a gas-powered lawnmower. I think all the time it would save me. Plus, I get something out of it. It's a therapy herd going shopping. Alabaster and chorizo. We had the typical names for pigs, you know, bacon, porky, choppy, you know, stuff like that. Ham bone. I figured there was no point in getting too attached to them, so I'm going to name them what they're going to be. You know. Now my chickens, on the other hand, yeah, the kids have already named all those. I mean, we've got Lily and Prince Turkey and Ducky, and I can't even remember some of the other ones, but they all got names. All 7 of them. Right now, I can only tell one of them from the rest of them. So, someone posted in a local chicken group. She's a therapist. Has to work at home, so she's counseling over the phone. Every time she gets on the phone, her rooster starts screaming. That would be hilarious. That would be hilarious. Yeah, the goal is to get someplace a little bit bigger so we can have some bacon seeds. So, and some more chicken bockers. So, one of my dogs likes to harass the meat chickens in the tractor and quit playing with my food. Exactly. Don't play with my food. What's the matter with you? That's for me to play with. Yeah, like I said, with 7 of them, it's not too bad to name our layers. So I used to have, I did the same thing that Jess over at Roots and Refuge did. At one time, I had 10 Rhode Island Reds, and I named them the Lucy's. You know, Lucille Ball, because they were all red. So so I called them the Lucy's. And it was funny that when I heard her calling hers the Lucy's, I just started laughing because I had done the same thing. So you did name the roosters, huh? Yeah, we had 2 roosters for a while, and then we knocked it back down to 1. I had when I was a kid, we had Frick and Frack. It was a rooster and a hen. They were golden Aracanas, and they were my showbirds. So of course they had to have names. I still have the sign for them somewhere that we used to put up for when I was in 4-H. So I had a Muscovy duck that his name was A-hole. Because that's what he was. If you got anywhere near the edge of the pond where he was, he would chase you. So he was a little butthead. So hence the name. Lou the duck rooster, huh? The Golden Girls. Yeah, there you go. And the Sugar Bakers. Anthony Bouvier. Oh, I love it. I agree. You need to send him to freezer camp, Mandy. Cagney and Lacey. They see. He cleaned the stove. Mama was at work. Took care of the leftovers too, huh? Oh my God, that's funny. That's funny. See, I've always had good luck with Americanas and Aracanas. I've always had great luck with them. Sometimes the roosters can be butt heads. I've had a couple of them in the past that really were. But honestly, the 2 roosters that I know what you're saying, Mandy. I know what you were saying. That duck and rooster. I had the worst luck with barred rocks and honestly Rhode Island Reds. I don't know what it was, but the Rhode Island Red roosters and the barred rock roosters, they were just mean. Excuse me. And just plain mean, especially my barred rock. And I can't even remember what his name was. The big mean Rhode Island Red was he was a Rusty. I think we had Rusty, and then we had Rusty, Randy, and Rocky. Yeah, I don't know what it was about naming them with R's there for a while, but all 3 of them ended up in freezer camp because they were all buttheads. So, and then my rooster, my Americana rooster or my Aracana rooster, the 2 that we ended up keeping, I think part of the reason why they were so good was because they were both show animals, and so they were held and loved on all the time. So, I mean, mine would walk right up to me and I'd just bend down and pick them up. So, because I had held them so much when they were little. Yeah. And that's just it. Those dang Rhode Island Reds, they're ornery. Carrie said she had to sell one of hers because one kept attacking the other one. Yeah. The Barred Rocks are really headstrong. They're great chickens. They're great layers, and they're really good for cold weather. They survive really well. But like I said, the roosters are kind of a pain in the butt. So, at least the ones I've had. I guess I've only had 2 of them. So, but I decided since they were pains in the butt, I didn't want no more. And then I had Rhode Island Reds, and they were pains in the butt. I didn't want no more. So I went back to my old Araucana or Americanas. My goal is, honestly, I tell you what my goal is. My goal is to keep some good Americanas, get some good looking eggs, and then I want to get a black Jersey Giant, and keep him as my rooster, and breed my own Olive Acres. So, and then I want to take my Olive Acres and maybe breed those to a black Moran or Moran, and get them even darker. So that's the goal anyway. Eventually. Unfortunately, I can't do it here. But Barred Rocks headstrong. Friends made a boxer. Like to hang out on the front porch, huh? Teddy's a Buff Orpington. Yep. Rusty's a Welsomer. Yeah, I've heard Welsomers can be kind of a pain too. Sapphire Gem. Thought he was a Lucy, so your other Olive Acre. Sapphire is Ethel. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that kind of stinks. Black Copper Moran. The other one is his son. Okay. Black Copper and Cuckoo Moran. There you go. His dad's a butthead. Yeah. As long as they keep the hawks away, that's what's important. So, yeah, see, that's, I think that's honestly, that's the key, especially to the roosters. That's those liege fighting chickens, the ones that are like 3 feet tall. No, I definitely wouldn't want a chicken big enough to kick my butt. Yeah, that's those liege roosters, the liege fighting chickens. Weedham and Reap, they had some of those. They rescued them. So I haven't seen them for a while. Don't know if they still have them, but I know they rescued them. So, hey, good morning, Britt. How are you this morning? But I do love my chickens and ducks and geese, and I like sending them to freezer camp too, come to think of it. But yep, that's exactly what I'm doing here, Emma. Wrapping it up so I can go catch Mama Z. And I haven't, like I said, I haven't been on too much lately, so I don't know what she's cooking this morning, but I definitely want to see it. So, and for those of you that know, Terry over at Poor Boy Homestead has charged me, as many people as he could, with doing the intro, but I've taken it a step further and doing it in the exit. So I love y'all. Stay safe. God bless y'all. And no dough, no problem. Just grow. And goodbye, YouTube world. Y'all have a blessed weekend.